Hi everyone, welcome back to a new video. Today we are going to solve a new question from top interview 150 and this is going to be a new topic for us, which is sliding window. And we will be solving the first question of sliding window today, which is minimum size subarray sum. This is a medium level question. Okay, so now let's move on to the problem description. So let's see the problem description now. In this question we have been given nums, okay, which is an array, and we have been given a target which is positive. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to return the minimum length of the subarray that is possible to complete, or which is like greater than or equal to the sum of the target. Okay, so what that mean is, now let's say we have this target given as 7 here. Okay, now if we start like iterating in this array, so the elements that we have here is 2 3 1 2 4 and 3. Now we need to focus in this point that we need to return the minimum length of subarray whose sum is greater than or equal to the target. Okay, it can be either greater than or equal to the target. It is not mandatory that it has to be equal to the target only. Now let's start the iteration here. So what we will see, we have 2 here, then we have 3, we have 1. Okay, so the sum of these 3 will give us 6, right? I will have to again add 2 here, right? So what will I get here? Then I will get 8, right? So the sum of 4 number, okay, starting from here is giving me 8, which is greater than 7, right? Now in order to what is a subarray? First of all, subarray will have contiguous or continuous elements from the array, right? So now if we have this part of the array, in this if I remove 2, then the value that we have left will be lesser than 8 only, or will be lesser than 7 only, right? So now let's say I removed 2 from this 8. Okay, so what I am left with is 6. So what I can do is, moving forward, I can add 4 here. Okay, so what do I get here? 6 plus 4, I will get 10. Now this is also a possible subarray, right? The length of the previous one also 4. Now also the length of the array that I have here is 4, right? So now what I can do is I can remove this also. So what I am left with is, I am left with 1 2 4, right? Now I can add 3 also here. So what I am left with is 1 2 4 and 3, which the sum of which gives us 10. Now again we have a length of length of 4 subarray, which is giving me a value or sum that is greater than or equals to 7, right? Now what I can do is I can again remove this, right? If I remove this one, then what do I get? I will get 9. It is also greater than till now I had 4 only, again I got 9, which is greater than 7, right? So my minimum value till now, or minimum length subarray, is 3 till now, right? Again what I will do, I will remove this. What do I get here? I will get 7, right? So this is a possible answer, right? Because we can get a value or sum that is greater than or equals to. Equal to is also possible. So till now the minimum value that I have is 2. So I need to return this as the answer. So what we were doing till here, let's see. So I was having the array 2 3 1 2 4 3. Okay, so now I started the iteration from here. I added it in my let's say I have a variable where I am adding the sum. So in this sum I added this 2. Okay, again I compared it with my target. It is not like greater than or equals to, so again I will move forward and add this value. So now what will happen? It will become 5, right? Now again this is not the my target is 7 and this value is still lesser than, so again we will move forward. Now again we will add this here. So what I am getting here is 6, right? So this is also lesser than the required target. Again we will move forward and we will add this 2 here, right? So what I will get here is 8. Now this is one of the expected value. Till now what is the length of the subarray? We have 4, right? So let's say I have a mini, or length of subarray L, in which I am storing the minimum subarray. Okay, so till now I have 4, right? So now how do we solve a sliding window problem? So when we started the move, like we started the iteration from the 0th index, we were trying to find the window till where we can get the required value or the required target. We were trying to reach the required target, and what happened, we reached here and we got a span of numbers or a subarray where which is one of the possible candidate for the answer. Okay, so now what we will do, we will check if we remove this number, right? Now if I remove this 2 from here, will I get a value or not, right? So for that, what I will do, I will remove this number. Okay, so now I am left with 6, right? This is again lesser than the required value. So what I will do, again I will start adding new values, because there is a possibility, like we got the possibility at the end, right? The length of the subarray was 2 and we checked every condition even, right? How did we start? We started with creating a window, right? We started from 0th index and we moved till 4th index, and then we found out that we have a possible subarray here, in which we will have the required target, right? So now since we have a subarray, so we know that the elements will be continuous. Now what I can do, now I know that till now the minimum value is 4, so I can store that. Now I need I need to decrease the value also, right? So in that case, what I can do is I will start removing these values to know that, what I can say is, now let's say I had 1 here. Okay, so if the array was like this 1 2 3 2, so if I remove this one, then also this was a possible subarray, right? And we will come to know that means if and only if we have removed 1, right? So for that, what we will do, we will start removing the value until we again get a new target, right? Or a new subarray till in which the required value is found. Okay, so again we removed this 2 and we got 6. So what will happen, this condition will fail again, that our target will again become bigger, and we need that the sum should be greater than or equals to the target. So again, if we are checking this inside some condition or a loop, we will move out of that, right? So again we will now my sum will contain 6, right? My sum will contain 6. Now what will happen, I has started, we already moved this part, right? So we will come here again. Okay, so what is this, we have 4 here, so again in my 6 I will add 4. What will happen, it will become 10 and this condition will become true. Again we will move inside this loop or the condition that we have, right? So after this, what we will check, again we will subtract 3 from here, right, to get a possible window. So now I am starting from the 1st index and I am going till the 4th index, right? So I will subtract 3 again from this. So what I will get, 10 minus 3 will give me a 7, right? So now I got 7 here. Again this is right, the condition is still true, so I can reduce one more number from here. Okay, now what I will do, I will reduce 1 from here. So what I get here is 6. So what I get here is 6. Now again my I was here, right? So we will move here. Now what will happen, again I will add this 3 in my 6. So what will I get here, 6 plus 3 is equals to 9. Now what will happen, my length till now, or the values that I was carrying, first the subarray formed was from 0th index to the 3rd index, right? So the length was 4. Again after that, it was from the 1st index, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, right? From the 1st index to the 4th index, so the length was again 4 only, it was not updated. Right now what happened, after removing these both values, I came here, right, and from 2 to 3 again I got a value which is greater than my target value, and the difference between or the number of values again in the subarray will become 2, 4 and 3. That will give me the length as 3. So I can update this as my minimum value, right? So what will happen? Now my length got updated to 3. Now again what I will do? I will try to remove this 2 and check if the new subarray that I am forming of 4 and 3, it is possible or not. So I will remove this 2 and I will check if 7 is possible or not. But when I subtract, I see that yes, this is a possible value. So what will happen? Now I have a subarray of 2 values, right? So I will remove this 3 and again my length will get updated to 2. After this, what I will do is, again I will try to reduce 4 from this 7, right, in order to check if it is possible or not. What will happen? We will get a 3 here and this condition will become wrong and we will move out of the loop. So this is what we have to do here. Now what we are doing here, basically, as we are seeing, we have an outer loop, right, which is I, and it is iterating in the array and it is trying to get a window, right? Means if I have a loop, let's say 2, 3, 1, 2, 4 and 3, right? So once I started from here, I had created a window till here, right? And after that I started sliding my pointers from here to here, right? Again I moved here, after this I moved here, and the window was maintained. So I had 2 values, like, so I basically had two pointers, or I can say two iterators which were helping me to iterate in the array, right? One was taking care of the target value and the sum, and the other one was iterating in the array. So for one, I know that we will have a array, we will have a pointer which will be starting from 0th index, and it will help me to iterate in the array. The other one will keep a check on the what we can say is the sum values, right? And after that we will keep on decreasing the values also from that. So we will have 2 values, let's say I and j. Now we will iterate till less than n only, that is fine. So for that, let's use the loop. Okay, now we will start the iteration from 0th index and we will go till less than n. N is the length of the array. Now what will happen? We need to check the sum. So let's add that in our add the sum using nums. Each element we will keep on adding. Now what we will check here, what we were checking, if the target, like, we were subtracting the values till the sum was greater than or equals to target, right? So what that means is we will be iterating in a loop till the sum here is s, right? So let's go with that only. S is greater than or equals to target, right? Now after that, what we are doing here, in this I had a length which I kept on updating every time I found a possible window. So what I will do here, I will take L here and I will find the minimum of L, and the different, what I was doing, if my I is here, okay, and J will also be here, after this what will happen, I will start moving from here and this J will keep on moving, right? Inside this we have a I, right? We will keep take into consideration here I, and here we have a J. Now this I was on the 0th index only and J also on the 0th index only, right? But what we are doing, we are going inside this loop if and only if we have a condition where S is becoming greater than or equals to the target, right? Till then my J is only iterating. So what will happen, I will move from 0th index and again I created a window from here to here, right? So I was on the 0th index only and J went from 0th index to the 3rd index, right? So I need to get the length here. So for that, what I will do, J minus I, and if I will do 3 minus 0, I will get 3, right? And the length of this is 4, right? Since we are having in order to get a proper length, we will have to add 1 here so that we can get the length of the array. Okay, so now I will be getting the length of the array using J, using this After this, what I have to do, I will be reducing the nums of, as we saw here, every time we kept on decreasing the value, right? When we found this condition was true. Okay, I did a mistake here, it will be j, right? Because we are iterating using j only, right? So what happened here, we are checking if the condition sum is greater than or equals to target, and in order to find a possible window again, what we are doing, we are subtracting the nums of j. We will be subtracting nums of I here. Okay, so inside this loop we will be using I for iteration. Okay, now we are subtracting the values from s or the sum, like here we saw, right? Every time we till we found that the sum is greater than or equals to target, till then we were subtracting in order to get the new possible subarray, right? So we will be incrementing the value of I inside this loop. Now we have this loop. After this, out of this loop that we have here we will be incrementing j. Okay, and now what happens, we have the entire we have this entire loop, and out of this loop we will be returning length. So how is this sliding window working? We get a proper subarray, and now once we have that array, that expected answer, in that we start moving the pointer. Okay, and once we have verified that this can be a possible value, again we will move the pointers forward and check for the another part, and once we have the required answer, we move forward and return the value. Okay, so now I hope you got this, and in case you have any doubt, let me know in the comments. Now let's move on to the code editor. So let's see the code now. We will move further like we saw in the approach. So now I will be initializing I and j with 0, and my j will go till less than length of nums, and what I will do is I will take sum also. So let's declare that here. Now what I will do, I will have to add the value, right? So let's add the sum in, add the element in the sum. Now inside this I will check if my s is greater than or equals to the target that they have given, then only I will move inside this loop and I will calculate the length, which is the minimum of length and the j minus I, right? So j minus I plus 1. Now I will have to declare L also. I will have to initialize it with maximum value. So let's do that. Now I have the maximum value in L. After that, what I have to do, I will be subtracting the value, right? So let's subtract that, and I will be getting updated here, and j will be getting updated out of this while loop, right? Now I have been told in this question that if we are not getting any such subarray, then we need to return 0. Now how will I know that I haven't got any subarray? It will we will come to know if our length is never getting updated, right? So if my L is equals to float, if it is still equals to float, means this the maximum value, then I will return 0, otherwise else I will return the length. Okay, so now let's try to run this code. So the sample test cases are passed. Let's try to submit it. So this code has been accepted. That's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please let me know in the comments, and in case you have any doubts, let me know in the comments too. I will try to clarify it more. And in order to continue with me in this coding journey, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification so you will be notified every time I post a new video. Thank you for watching.